This week on West of Knowhere, we discuss the Qatar $400 million airplane that is potentially being gifted to the United States. An idea for a reality TV show where people can win citizenship in the United States. Supreme Court pushes back on the Trump administration's immigration policy. A U.S. Copyright Office says AI breaks copyright. U.S. Copyright Office director being fired. And Argentina finds 80 plus boxes of Nazi materials in their Supreme Court's basement. Weird. Wonder how that got there. A man killed fighting a kangaroo. A Louisiana plantation house burned down. And also the docuseries about Barney the Purple Dinosaur called I Love You, You Hate Me. And in a double, Am I the Asshole? Should you change somebody else's baby's diaper if the parents are standing or sitting right there? And is it wrong to refuse to be a part of a wedding for someone who did the same to you? We'd also like to thank the following people: Pantera Girl, Colton Zammersla, Lord Reverend Professor Rusty J. Lugnuts, Shane's Daddy aka Andres Valles the God, Kevin Garahan, Chantel and Mark Stadler, Colby Jordan, and Kylie Gangwish. And away we go.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, freak show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Knowhere. I am Haircut.
And I'm Levi.
Yep. And I'm hooked on a feeling. So, you're welcome. Yeah, I just felt like the right thing to do.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, the people have spoken and they want more shitty karaoke from us, so you just gotta work it in where we can.
Well, speaking of music that you can do shitty karaoke to, the new Sleep Token album is out, so that's got some bangers on it. Not as good as their last album, but still good.
Yeah.
And then Morgan Wallen's album dropped also. I haven't listened to it yet, but there's 37 songs on it. That's a little crazy.
Bet they're real good too.
I haven't had, like I said, I haven't had a chance to listen to all of them, so I can't really tell you.
Yeah.
But probably not. I mean, I'm just saying, like, when you put out 3 consecutive albums with 30 plus songs on them, you're putting out the amount of songs that people put out across like 5 or 6 albums. Like you.
Yeah. Yeah, because like a regular album's got maybe 15 songs max.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe 20 if it's like they're shorter songs, but you know. Yeah, 37 is like a lot.
Yeah, I think with this album he has over across just those 3 he has like over 100 songs. And this is his 4th album, but his first album had 12 songs on it. Like a normal album. Yeah.
Like a normal person doing stuff. Yeah, I mean, good for him, I guess. I mean, it's even if he sells like 100,000 of those, it's good. I mean, he's just gonna keep on doing it.
Yeah,
which is what we need. More Morgan Wallen. Yeah. Well, I'm excited about the new Sleep Token album, though, because I needed some more Cry in the Car music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, listen, I went through a black hole the other week and listened to all of the Pink Floyd studio albums from start to finish. Like,
Jesus.
All of them. It actually took me a couple days, obviously. And it was a good time. There's some random ones that I've never heard, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy sounding because it was like before they really like got their stride of who they wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, only got a few comments this week, so that's all right. You know, we love all of the comments equally. There's, you know, some commenters I look forward to. There's some that I'm like, well, I better stretch my eyeballs because I'm gonna have to do some reading. But you know what? That we love them all equally, and I'm going to read a handful of them. Number one. Well, not number one. In no particular order. Kylie says that she is with you on 100% pure octane apple juice is too strong.
Yeah, it is.
Gotta water it down. Fucking 100% pure octane apple juice is a crazy way to describe something. Yeah, so I guess, I don't know. I like apple juice, though. I'm just kind of like a, you know, liquid person. I really like drinking stuff.
You know, I think historically humans are liquid people, you know, just saying.
Yeah. Glitter Lizard says, the Chicago Da Pope memes and reels have been making my week. My favorite one has been when asked about Elon Musk, Pope Leo said he believes it is time to reassess the church's stance on contraception. And in the case of Mr. Musk, they unfortunately should have considered it decades ago. It was satire, but it cracked me up nonetheless. Yeah. Let's see. Clem with the hot wings says, and this is in response to my response to, I think, Boudica's comment about the gorilla, 1v gorilla, 100 people.
Commentception.
Yeah. Yeah. And he says, hold up, she didn't say the gorilla is definitely going to win. She said there's a lot of variables and it could go either way. I don't care if that's the point, like the ultimate point. It was the way that she fragmented the argument into the gorilla's just going to start swinging people around haphazardly and instantly, but then the humans are going to react like normal humans and be scared. Like, you're making it one-sided in how each side's going to react, because gorillas aren't going to fight 100 of anything if they show up on like around it. It's not going to happen. They will run.
Yeah.
I saw a video of a gorilla running away from a fucking goose the other day. Like, I don't think people understand, but that's what I was saying. I don't care who she said was going to win. It's this flawed logic of who's going to fight how. And like, you either have to make both sides 100% going to fight until the last breath, right?
Yeah.
Or you have to make them both react normally, like how they would act. So, and nobody does that, but it's fine. Let's see, one more. Glitter Lizard says, hey, those came out when we were like 8 or 9. We are the image of youth and beauty. Thank you very much. Talking about the Star Wars prequels. Yeah, we are, but Shane isn't. So anyway,
I hate you.
Oh, let's see. What do we got? Hey, no jets in the water this week. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a plus.
Yeah, hey, you gotta start somewhere. There is a jet in the news, though. I don't know if you've seen this, but
I have not.
I'm sure you have. Qatar, not guitar, but Qatar, the country, is wanting to donate a $400 million 747-8 to the United States to be used as a temporary replacement for Air Force One. Pretty swanky airplane, got a lot of bells and whistles, and you know, as it should if it's $400 million. Now, people are saying this is kind of weird that we would accept such a lavish airplane from a country that we really don't need to be taking gifts from, because Qatar is Qatar, and we don't, like, what's the end game here, you know? And the Trump administration really wants to accept it, which I think is not a good idea.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So, and it's weird because, like, Qatar wants to give this airplane we're just going to give this $400 million airplane to the government of the United States for the president to use for fun. We just want to get rid of it, you know? You know, everything must go kind of thing. And people are like, hey, man, kind of seems like a little bit of foreign influence, a little bribery action, which is crazy to think that somebody would do that in politics in general, but even weirder for somebody to think that Trump would be somebody who would be on the other side of them. It's crazy. And I don't know, kind of weird. Coincidentally, also, the United States is like talking about doing all these deals in the Middle East. Wants to set up like an AI campus, whatever the fuck that means, in, I can't remember what country, but not America, which is weird because, you know, we're trying to, we gotta bring jobs back to America. Also, not those ones, though.
I saw the article for the AI campus.
Yeah.
They're going to call it Skynet, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is involved. And yeah. There's also a $600 billion deal that the United States is going to do with Saudi Arabia. It's a arms deal. So pretty cool. Can't imagine that, you know, going badly. But, you know, it's fine. We're doing great. What else? There was another weird one that was connected to that. Oh, yeah. The what's her face? The Secretary of the Department of Human Services, is that what it is? Or Homeland Security? I don't know. One of these things. DHS. Kristi Noem, former governor of South Dakota or some shit, is saying that, you know what we could do for the immigration thing is have kind of a reality TV show where people compete to win citizenship. And yeah,
Ooh. We could call it the Asylum Games.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. So that's weird. Now the DHS has said that that's not a real plan. But all real crazy ideas start as that's not a real thing. We're not actually doing that. So isn't it gonna happen? I don't know. Also, the United States and China came to an agreement to stop tariffing China so crazy, which means we're kind of just back to square one where we were a few months ago, and we didn't really gain anything else. So I don't really understand what the fuck the point of that was, but I don't make the rules, so but I will give Donnie some credit because he signed an executive order that the pharmaceutical industry needs to cut their prices by between 59 and 90%. So that's cool. Until you realize that Biden did the exact same thing, and then one of Trump's first executive orders was to cancel that. Only to then do it like, guess what? I had a great idea. We should make the pharmaceutical industry charge less. Yeah, it's crazy. We were doing that like a fucking 6 months ago, dog.
Yeah, but see, now it's his idea.
Yeah, no,
So
I know.
it's better.
I know how narcissists work. I was raised by one. So, yeah, pretty cool. Got a lot of sick stuff like that happening. The FBI has been ordered to prioritize immigration, focus less on white collar crimes. So that's good. That's a good sign. And probably a completely unrelated event. The director of the United States Copyright Office was fired. Sick. Also comes like the day after the Copyright Office had talked about how AI does break copyright rule in certain cases.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you're fucking done.
We don't want to hear it. Okay, we're about to start an AI campus. You're
Yeah.
fucking up the vibe.
Fucking Elon Musk and his grok are just like, we don't have to listen to the rules anymore. Real kind of crazy thing happened. The Supreme Court came together and ruled against the Trump administration's Alien Enemies Act, and is also like super not pumped that he's going after birthright citizenship, which is crazy because the swing of the pendulum is from several of the judges that he appointed. So he's not going to be pumped about that. But
Yeah.
I mean, already not super pumped. He posted on True Social saying, the Supreme Court won't allow us to get criminals out of our country. And then followed up with, Sleepy Joe Biden allowed millions of criminal aliens to come into our country without any process. But in order to get them out of our country, we have to go through a long and extended process. Yeah, dog, that's how the government works. Turns out when somebody doesn't do something by the rules and breaks a law, you have to use the law to prove that and then punish them appropriately. Like,
How dare you?
yeah, I don't really understand the argument there. Oh, these people just wandered in. This guy just broke into Walmart and stole all this stuff.
Kill him.
And now you're telling me I have to take him to court about it? Okay. He didn't follow the rules when he broke that. Like, why should I have to? Because you're the government. That's what you do. That's what we pay all of our tax money for. Like, I don't get it. And it's certainly not going towards any public programs because you're fucking cutting those left and right. So maybe that should be a focus. I don't know. Call me crazy. Yeah. Anyway, in other criminal related news, the Menendez brothers have gotten resentenced. They are now eligible for parole.
Oh, wow.
So now they're not out. They're just eligible. But that's kind of crazy, right?
It is. It is. But it just goes to show that if you get Netflix to make a show for you, or Hulu to make a show for you, then they'll let you out because you're famous.
I don't know. Sometimes, but the guy from Making a Murderer did not work out for either of them. Casey Anthony has several documentaries about her, and I want her in prison so bad. She's a piece of shit. But then you got some people like dumb bitch Gypsy Rose Blanchard out there.
Tell me how you really feel about her.
Dude, I fucking cannot. I started to watch her like post release show just to kind of see, and I'm like, nah, this was dumb. Like, I don't like any of it. How are you gonna leave that guy that she like convinced to murder her mom in prison, and then she just gets to go do all the shit? We fucking locked Charles Manson up, and he didn't actually kill anybody. Like, what? I'm just saying.
Look, he just pumped people full of drugs, and that's how he murdered someone.
Yeah, well, like, that's a crime now? Pfft, unreal. Okay, there's a super historic plantation in Louisiana that burned to the ground. It's pretty much destroyed. Here's a picture of it. Pretty charred up, pretty smoky. That's what it looked like before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, nobody was injured. They don't know the cause of it, but it is pretty cool that people are like, "Oh no, not a plantation house. That's darn it." Like, yes, it's a very nice house, but also, built in 1859. Probably not a lot of cool stuff going on there in Louisiana at that time. If memory serves me. But,
yeah.
You know. Oh. There's a lot of court related stories today. Argentina's Supreme Court finds more than 80 boxes of Nazi material in its basement. Shocking absolutely nobody. Fucking Argentina. What? Why are they in Argentina? That's weird. Yeah. They were shipped to Argentina in 1941. Ooh. Got a little bit ahead of the curve there. That's wild. Fucking 80 boxes of just documents of, I have to imagine, super not cool stuff, but who knows?
Yeah,
Postcards, photographs, propaganda material, thousands of notebooks.
Yeah. Oh, Hans saw the writing on the wall. He was like, yo, the war's not going great. We need to save all this stuff.
Yeah.
Get it out of here.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. People are going to want this stuff eventually. Yeah. So they're going to have some multi-country panel look through it, try to see if they can find any more information about, various aspects of the Holocaust that we don't know about, or any more information on stuff they don't know about. I don't know. But, yeah. What else we got? Oh. Hell yeah, dude. We need like a special sound for this, because this is like becoming my favorite thing. Man died in a South Carolina zoo after getting in a fight with a kangaroo. The children's petting zoo, and he got fucked up. He's multiple blunt force injuries. Yeah. It's crazy. I guess this guy was actually not like a random dude, though. Apparently he's worked on other farms, but he liked to enter the enclosures containing kangaroos and wallabies, fucking wallabies, and roughhouse with the kangaroo named Jack. Well, Jack fucked you up, buddy. Kangaroo Jack? Was that his name? What was that? Did you ever watch that movie?
No, I didn't. I remember what you're talking about. He had like a red hoodie on and sunglasses, but I don't remember like who was in that movie.
It was Kangaroo Jack. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's so funny. That movie is badass. Anyway, yeah. Hey, turns out not supposed to wrestle with wild animals. Who would have thought?
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. Oh man, I watched this crazy documentary or docuseries the other day, yesterday actually. What's your feelings about Barney? Did you ever watch Barney?
Like the purple dinosaur?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
I remember going to like a kid's birthday party at one point, and Barney being at a kid's birthday party. So like he was pretty huge.
Like somebody like rented a Barney. Like somebody came and portrayed him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched this documentary called "I Love You, You Hate Me," and and what inspired it is I was thinking about it, and like I haven't heard anybody talk about Barney in a long fucking time.
Yeah, I hadn't either until just now. Yeah.
Nobody's brought him up, and I was like, did something happen that I missed? Like, what the fuck? He just kind of fell off the radar. And so there's a documentary on Peacock about it, and it's about how Barney, as soon as he got like crazy popular, people immediately were just like, fuck this guy, I fucking hate Barney. Like, there was like a thing called Barney bashing back in the day, that people were like just beating the shit out of like stuffed Barney toys and like lighting them on fire and
What?
shooting them and shit. Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's super wild, and it's cool because Steve from Blue's Clues is one of the people that they talk to in it.
Yeah.
And he talks about how the opposite end of like these children's shows can be, and like it was very interesting. The whole thing was super crazy, just to see the and like watching the old like Barney clips and like hearing the song, and I was like, oh shit, I fucking like I got super hyped about it because I fucking loved Barney. There's a pretty awesome picture of me somewhere of I'm wearing this like Barney themed like suit sweater and sweatpants.
Yeah. Like a sweatsuit. Yeah.
Yeah, just balling out of control, just fucking just drip for days. Yeah, Barney was my guy, and yeah, but it was weird to see like people being like, fuck this thing. Like there's a part in it where they show like home video of people being angry at Barney, and this one guy goes, take this, you call me fuck, and just shoots it with a revolver.
Jesus.
What the hell? Yeah, dude. So
Now
basically what I'm trying to say is people are unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on the unhinged factor, now I'm wondering if there's a porn out there that exists where it's Barney banging the old tricep girl.
Oh,
Triceratops
probably.
girl. Yeah.
Look at this fucking guy, dude.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Barney's as big as you are.
Yeah, I fucking love that Barney dude. He was awesome. He had like a Christmas sweater and hat,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like red because he's already purple. You can't can't add that color to him, right? But it was green and it was cool. Barney's my dog. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, highly recommend it. It was super crazy. Just the whirlwind of emotions going on in that video or in that series. But
I'm gonna have to watch it. That's nuts.
yeah. And then I was just feeling very nostalgic. So then I started watching Rocket Man. Do you remember that?
Like the TV show?
No. So it was a movie with that goofy fucking dude.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about. I seen his face. Like I see his face.
Yeah, he's got the big ass ears. 1997. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right here. This guy. Yeah. Space movie. Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Harlan Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. And gotta tell you, not really the best movie, but it's fun. It's a good old fun, silly movie, you know? Yeah.
Oh man. Well,
I don't really have anything else. I was just kind of getting sad listening to myself talk about all the
yeah.
drama. But
Let's just run into it then. Yeah, if you made it this far, stop what you're doing, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, share us with your friends. If you want to hear your voice, damn it, I do that every time. If you want to hear your name at the beginning of every episode, like you just heard, those people's names, go to linktree/walkpod. That's linktree/WOKPOD. All right, let's get into it. Am I the asshole for refusing to change someone's baby's diaper?
oh,
My wife and I have been married 10 plus years and have a few kids. Sister-in-law and her husband had a baby 2 years ago. No major complaints. They just tend to ask people to do stuff for them instead of them doing it. They'll come over to they'll come over to our house. They live an hour away and they'll ask ahead of time if we have their kids' favorite crackers on hand. Why they don't just bring the crackers, I don't know.
yeah, no shit.
They're well off and money is not an issue. Example 2, if one of them leaves the room, they'll ask one of us, my wife or kids, to be in charge of the baby, even if the other parent is right there, just scrolling on their phone or something.
This is the laziest parents ever. You're in charge here.
But whenever I say something to my wife, she says I'm being too much. The other day, we're having a dinner at my mother-in-law's house when the baby had a poopy diaper. Sister-in-law looks at me and says in the sweetest voice, "Uncle," my name, "can you change the diaper?" She frequently does this when there's
Shit.
but this is the first time I was asked. I answer politely, "No, I'm sorry, I don't do that." She goes, "You don't do that? You don't do diapers?"
No,
I said,
I don't.
"No, I don't do other people's kids' diapers if their mom or dad is around. I mean, if I'm babysitting, sure thing, but yeah, if the parents are around, I feel like it's their job."
Yeah, that's fair.
Sister-in-law looks like she's ready to cry. Well, I feel selfish. I smiled to try and set her at ease. Not trying to make you feel any way, just telling you a boundary is all. The table got really awkward as she got up and did the diaper. Afterwards, my wife blamed me for making my sister-in-law feel bad and said I could have just changed the diaper. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, this family's weird.
Not trying to make anyone feel bad, but I've had 3 kids and I've always took responsibility. I watch them, I pack for them, I change them. I'm not looking to be a secondary parent for this kid. So am I the asshole?
I would say probably not. I mean, that's their kid. They're sitting right there. Were they like doing something where they couldn't? Is it their only kid? I don't. Did they say that?
I think it's their only kid. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking cowboy up, lady. Fucking, you decided to have the baby. You gotta clean the baby, you know.
What's crazy is because it says they were just eating dinner, so it's like I understand that your kid has a shitty diaper and you don't want to change it because you're eating dinner. Why would I want to not eat dinner to change your kid's diaper?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there needs to be more information.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just because is something wrong with either one of them? Like, are they like disabled in some way where like changing the diaper is
or
a
like
hassle?
was the poster almost done with dinner or something? Like what?
Yeah.
What's the context here? What do the comments say?
Let's see. Number 1 comment is not the asshole. Your sister-in-law only felt bad because the obvious was pointed out to her. You said no when she asked you, and then she pressed you further, trying to either guilt trip you into changing the diaper or make you look bad because you didn't want to change a diaper.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, and it's overwhelming. No one has said everyone's not the asshole. Everybody.
Yeah.
Pretty cut and dry. This week there were no asshole stories, so you know what I mean.
I mean, hell, we got time. You want to find one? Also, I found it. Yeah. Yeah. That picture is fucking rad. Here's the problem is I need a sweatsuit just like that now. Do you think I could find somebody on Etsy to make me one?
Probably.
I would tear that shit up, dude. I'd wear it to the gym. Be balling out of control. That's such a 90s outfit. That was crazy.
All right, I got a better one.
Okay.
Right. Am I the asshole for telling my sister I won't be her maid of honor because she didn't come to my wedding due to her dog dying?
All right. Now we're getting somewhere.
This is a throwaway account as my friends know my main account. Okay. I don't care.
Yeah, didn't need that information.
So I, 28 female, got married last year. It was a small but beautiful ceremony with our closest friends and family. My older sister, 32 female, and I have always had a complicated relationship. We're close, but she's also extremely emotional and kind of dramatic. She was supposed to be my maid of honor, but 2 days before my wedding, her 14-year-old dog passed away unexpectedly. 14 is unexpected?
Yeah, I would have expected it. That's an old ass dog.
Yeah, every day you wake up, you're like, oh, you're still here. All right. Well, tomorrow probably.
Hey, good to see you. A little surprise. Unexpected to see you alive, really.
Oh. I was obviously sympathetic, but she called me sobbing, saying she couldn't emotionally handle coming to my wedding because she was too devastated. I tried to talk her down, even offered to have someone bring her home early if it was too much, but she refused and didn't show up. It hurt a lot. She missed one of the biggest days of my life, and I had no maid of honor. We didn't talk much after that. A few months ago, she got engaged, and just last week asked me to be her maid of honor. I told her I couldn't. I said I still felt hurt. She missed my wedding, and while I love her, I just couldn't pretend like everything was fine. She got extremely upset, said I was being cold and petty, and that her dog was like her child. Our parents are pressuring me to just be the bigger person. I honestly don't know anymore. Am I the asshole for saying no?
I mean, I get it. I get what your parents are saying. You probably should be the bigger person, but also, like, don't. It's such a dumb thing. Like, I love Ragnar. That's my homie.
Yeah.
Me and him been side by side for almost 9 years now. But I gotta tell you, I would still be able to go to a wedding for, like, my brother's already married, but you know, like, yeah. I would be able to do that. Like, I would be able to shift my feelings and be there for somebody I care about. Honestly, probably a good distraction.
Yeah.
It's a dog. It's like, it is a dog. It is not your child. I say that ironically when I'm talking about him as my baby boy. I don't. He's not a kid. You know how I know? Because I can leave him for a day and a half, and I'm not gonna get, walk into a house with a baby in a blender or something. Like, you can't just do that with kids. Do I feel guilty about it? Yes, but still.
Yeah, you can put Ragnar in the bathroom with a bowl of water and food, and it's fine. He'll still be there. If you do it to the kid will probably be dead.
Drown in the toilet somehow. Yeah. And what? How many days do you need to grieve for the dog? I guess I don't know. It's weird.
I get being upset, man. Like, I have.
Yeah.
So not so much anymore, but I used to be very attached to whatever animals I had, and I lost like a miniature Dotson, and I fucking bawled my eyes out in that moment, right? But like,
Yeah.
the rest of the day wasn't ruined. I wasn't like, well, fuck, everything else has just got to be pushed to the wayside. I have to grieve my dog. I was just sad about it.
Yeah.
And just did other things. And I loved that animal.
Yeah.
But again, she wasn't my kid. She was just my dog, and I loved her, and I was sad
Yeah.
about it. But I would still go to a wedding. You're damn
Yeah.
right. It's a great distractor, dude. You just fucking walk
Yeah.
in there and you start talking to people, and you're just like, what's going on? And then towards the end of the night, like a real asshole, you just go,
You can get
My dog
hammered and
just
make it
died.
about you. Yeah. Yeah. Sympathy. Let's go. Better yet, say it during your speech.
yeah.
This is fucking Betsy died or whatever.
Yeah, you know, you're like, I had to be strong and be here for Fido. He
because
would've
my
wanted
sister
it.
was always there for me. Yeah, I don't. Here's the thing, though. It is kind of an asshole move to be like, nah, fuck you. Like, as childish as your sister was for skipping your wedding because her dog died, a little bit of an asshole move.
I think 100% Poster's an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah. But also, I respect it. I would do the same thing, but I am also an asshole. So, like, well, actually, I can't because my pet spider that I just found died. So, did I smash it? Yes, but I can't. I'm grieving too hard.
Yeah.
When's the wedding? Next year? Yeah, I'll have another spider by then, and it'll probably be dead also.
Yeah. I can't hold the Poster. I can't hold against the Poster because like I held a grudge against my brother for 10 years over the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see it. Like I'd like to say that I would. I'd definitely be the best man, but a part of me would go, nah, fuck it, dude.
Fuck
Like,
you, dude.
Being petty's kind of fun.
It is so. It's oh man, especially when the other person is like very obviously just like falling for it, like just getting so bent out of shape about whatever you're doing. Few feelings in the world can compare to that, but yes, the Poster is definitely an asshole. What do the comments say? There's got to be some good ones.
Yeah, the number one is if you're doing this out of spite, you're the asshole. If you're
Yeah.
if you're sincerely declining because you don't want to uphold all the duties and obligations of being the maid of honor, not the asshole. You're very understanding.
Yeah. I do want to say that I appreciate that the Poster was like, I can't do this wedding because I wouldn't be being honest with how I feel still,
Yeah.
which I feel like is like a thing that people don't say when they're doing things out of spite. Usually it's just like, no, fuck them. That's why. But this person's like, well, I'm being honest with how I still feel bad. I'm still mad about it, you know, which I think is a mature way to be petty.
We got another one. I'm so tired of this no one owes anyone anything mentality. Yes, she's allowed to decline, but if her reason is out of sheer pettiness, that's childish, selfish, and absolutely makes her an asshole. They're sisters, and by OP's own admission, are close. To maintain a relationship with her, OP owes her sister things like this: being her maid of honor, or having a valid reason to say no. Saying no out of spite is not a valid reason. Which I don't know why everyone's jumping to spite, because she's not saying it's out of spite. She's saying,
she's saying I'm still
hurt.
mad. Yeah, I'm still hurt by what she did. And also, to discredit that comment, she said that they weren't that close after that happened.
Yeah.
Right? She didn't really talk to her, and that was years, a couple years, if I remember right. So, way to fucking not read half of the thing and just make your comment. Yeah, that's crazy.
All right.
Hey,
Let us know in the
little
comments what you think.
double asshole. Double anal. What?
Ooh. Just a little DP for your Monday morning.
Oh no.
Oh man. We'd like to thank the Macabre Emporium, or the Real Creature Feature, the Dark Windows.
Not the Dark Windows podcast anymore. They're no longer doing it.
Oh.
But one of the Kevins is started a new show called The History Goon.
Okay.
So anyway, it'll be similar in vein to the Remedial Scholar. I think he's gonna have a little more of a humor and dark humor approach to it, but yeah. So Dark Windows no longer. History Goon.
History
Continue.
Goon. All right. We'd also like to thank the Society of Cryptid Hunters, and obviously the Remedial Scholar.
All right, that's it. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.